what major, what career, like that's it. I have to decide right then and there, and that's really not the case. Your career should not be your personality. Hey guys, I'm back and welcome back to my channel. Today I was gonna get ready and I just thought I haven't really done a get ready with me in a while and really show off my everyday makeup look, which has gotten a lot more simple now. I think at most I take for my makeup only about 30 minutes, and that's not including like picking out my clothes and whatever. Also catch up, you know, see how you guys are doing lately. I just finished my period for the month and I am breaking out in little places, as you can see. I think for the most part my skin texture has been really smooth and it's been really glowy. I have been trying to do a face mask. I try to do it every other day. I think I do notice a little bit of a difference. I did try something new last night. I think I'll show a picture somewhere here, but it's the grwm PDRN, the ampule, which is in that little bottle. I tried a sample and it's actually really nice. I think I'll use more of it. I think it'll be my favorite slowly. I've been seeing PDRN all over, so apparently it's really good for your skin. First things first, I like to brush my brows a little bit. This is the update on my brow tattoo, by the way. It is still going strong, not turning blue or anything like that, so we love that. However, I have noticed like the tail ends are getting a little lighter in pictures and stuff, so I have been going back in with my Anastasia. This is the angled brush. And then I'll go in with the Dip Brow Pomade in Caramel, which is the color that best matches me. It goes through like for several years. I don't think I'll ever run out of this. How have you guys been? I will do my brows after I do my base, so I'm just gonna go in with the usual CC cream, which I have mentioned for always in my get ready with me's. Hope you guys been enjoying the vlogs lately. I have been having really fun with filming a lot of the travel vlogs. LA was so fun. It was definitely a bucket list city for me to see and I love it. There's still so much more we haven't done, so definitely gonna have to go back for sure. I've also been thinking of switching over finally to a DJI, just because I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a very shy vlogger in person, so I just find that it'll be a lot easier for me to travel with it. It's also less clunky like my camera right now with the mic and the receiver and all that. The only reason why I didn't switch is because I just got this camera like a few years ago and I feel like I haven't really gotten that much use out of it, so I just feel like I really need to get my money's worth. But I'm definitely gonna keep this and use it for my get ready with me's and maybe some like, sit down content, but I don't know when that'll be happening anytime soon, but hopefully we can do it before our next trip, which is my first international trip. We will be going to excited for that, and I know everyone and their mom has been going there, but I think it's really exciting still and just happy to see everything and all the food and the culture. Lately I have been pretty good. I've been in probably the most happiest state ever, career-wise as well. Read a lot of self-help books. I don't really remember. I wish I remember where I read this from, but they were saying how your career should not be your personality. I know a lot of times when you meet someone, they're like, oh, what do you do? And then whatever you answer, they'll sort of base their judgment on how you are as a person, which I guess is human nature to do that. But I agree with the idea. Just because someone is a certain career doesn't exactly tell you whether they're a good person. I know a lot of times in healthcare, there's good doctors and bad doctors. Not to say that it's gonna be the same for everyone, but generally speaking, yeah, you should be proud of your career, or whether you're not proud of your career. I think as long as you're happy and content with what you're doing and you're proud of what you're doing, you're making a difference in your life. And a lot of what society thinks when you're young, especially when you're in high school trying to decide your major for college, is they put so much pressure on your one career that you should pick and they really, at the time, I think for me, it made it feel like this is gonna be that one choice I will make for the rest of my life. Like, no matter what major, what career, like, that's it. I have to decide right then and there. And that's really not the case, like how they make it seem. At the time, that's what I truly believed in. Felt so stuck, and I felt like I didn't know what was the right choice. And I feel like I still don't really know what I want to do. And it's part of life, is constantly changing, and your interests are constantly changing. Maybe in a few years I decide to do something else. It's completely up to me. I shouldn't feel that much pressure just because someone else felt passionate about being a doctor ever since they were 7. I may not have that same case, but maybe I take a little longer to figure things out, but I'll eventually find my way, and that's part of the journey. And I think it's always a lot more interesting when you have different turns in your journey. I love hearing about people's career changes, like someone going from a pharmacist all the way to a computer science career, and it's just really inspiring to see all the changes, and for me to hear, not to discredit the ones that had less of a tumultuous journey. Overall, I think as long as your career is making the amount of money that you want and you're able to have a good balance and it's not impacting your health or your relationships, then I think you're doing great and you're doing fine. Just you go, girl. I definitely agree that your job gives you a purpose, but I don't think that should be the end all be all. If you're in that situation where you don't know what to do or you feel lost, don't be so hard on yourself. You're gonna figure it out. You can't compare your first chapter to someone's chapter 20. I've done my concealer, which I forgot to mention was Kosas. I learned that it's best to set it. I used to set it at the end for everything, but I go in with my Laura Mercier powder now, and then I'll just go ahead and set the base, and then I'll continue with everything else. Hopefully when I edit this video, I'm not rambling too much. Like, I hope it makes sense. I love this setting powder so much because I feel like it blends everything and it just makes it look cohesive. So how I do my brows, I don't really do much since I pretty much already have the shape. I kind of just go in a little. So from the middle here, I will go ahead and kind of fill in the gaps, and then especially the tail end where it kind of tapers off a bit. Yeah, just slightly, ever so slightly. I still have a really good shape overall. Tattooing my brows was the best thing I've ever had because a lot of the days I wake up and I just walk out without having to fill in my brows at all, and I still look like I have brows. And there you go. That's my quick brow routine. Nowhere as near as how I used to have it. Even though I keep it simple, I still love going in with my outline for my aiguisal. So I still use the same 3CE palette with the angle brush. Just going to go in with it and make sure I go in with a light hand. And look at the difference between those two. I'm definitely gonna blend in the line in a bit with a Q-tip, but this is just how it looks so far. How are you guys feeling with matcha lately? I know that's such a big topic of discussion, and I have some thoughts about matcha that I have been talking with my boyfriend for a while, and I think we both noticed there is a huge like performative gentrification shift with matcha lately. So matcha actually has been around for a really long time, but just lately now it's been picked up in trends, and it's just everywhere lately with marketing. It's gotten to the point where a lot of people are being extremely performative. It's just so interesting to see how the trends change over time. I think it's just so funny because to the point where people are arguing about different regions of matcha, different brands, different sources, and how they make their matcha, if they're doing it properly, or it's getting a little much, I would say. And I think I'm more of a casual matcha enjoyer. Like, if they have matcha, I'll get it, but I won't be like going out of my way to get matcha. And honestly, glad that everyone is appreciating matcha, but not to the extent of fighting or arguing about it. I think that's a little much. I honestly feel like on the topic of careers not being your personality, I think matcha is sort of becoming a personality trait in itself too. Forgot to show these two. I have to mix it up, and then I go in a very light hand on the outer of my, is this the outer or like the mid of my lids, and kind of just blend it out. And then usually if I care enough, I'll do a bit of concealer on my lower lid here, and then I'll go over with white, and it just makes it really pop. But a lot of the times I'm just lazy, so I'll just go in with the white, and I know it doesn't show up as much when I do it without concealer. It works okay. But if you are from the Houston area and you happen to be here, I am taking some matcha racks if you have any. I know there's so many places lately, but it's kind of hard to keep up with now that there's so many. So after I highlight a little bit of my inner eye area and my underbrows, I think we can go in with the lashes. What I have been loving lately is press-on lashes. I have loved this for a long time, and so I got this huge pack from Kiss. You don't need lash glues for these, so it's basically like press-on nails but for your lashes. And the big pack comes with this little tweezer for your lashes, which I thought was so cute. It's like a gold, pink and purple gradient. And then I go in with my usual lash curler from Shiseido. And I'll show you guys how I apply press-ons under my lashes too. I have stick straight lashes, so a lot of times it falls down at the end of the day, and then my press-on lashes droop. Oh no. My contacts just fell out, so 1 second. All right, you guys, that was really random how it just popped out of my eyeball like that. I guess my eyes are really dry. Dr. Mascara Lash Fixer from Etude House as my primer. When I use the Heroine Makeup Mascara, which I can't live without. That's my go-to. Lately, I have been getting into my reading routine again. I figured it was just a better way for me to wind down at night instead of just doom scrolling, which I still am guilty of doing a lot of. But I have been forcing myself to read before bed and just like unwind on my bed before. But lately, I love my Kindle so much ever since I got it. I think that was the best thing I could have done for myself. Okay, my camera is like burning up and it keeps turning off for some reason, so I'm trying to go really quick. But basically, grab the longest pair of the lashes, and you're just gonna go under the eye like this, and that's pretty much it. And then I use 2 of the shorter ones for my inner eyes. I only used 3 pairs total, and I've been on the Twisted Love series. I've been on the 2nd book with Bridget and Reese, and I feel like I like Ava's story a little bit more. I have been reading through many chapters at night. Like, I can't stop reading. That's how fast I'm going through it. But I can't wait to see the 3rd and 4th book too of the other girl stories as well. But this is how the press-on lashes are. Super cute, and I'll do the other one so I can let my camera cool down. Okay, my camera is a lot cooler now. Here are the finished lashes. I just love how easy it is, and I don't have to worry about lash glue mess when I take it off at night. And it's pretty reusable. I've reworn these, like, I think I got them like months ago, and it's still going strong. I am now just curling the bottom lashes. I'm also deciding that I want to go back to reading more self-help books because I haven't really read anything new in recent years after Malcolm Gladwell. Oh, I also am watching The Summer I Turned Pretty after finishing all 3 of those books, which is really good if you guys are interested. The Art of Thinking Clearly that I have read 11% of. That one's pretty good. I can't wait to finish up on that and let you guys know what I like. But so far, it's been very interesting and insightful. The Summer I Turned Pretty is getting really interesting right now just because it's going off the book. Like, the book has not... I think if you read the book, it kind of stops after the supposed wedding, and it kind of takes a gap of a lot of times before the big ending. And right now in the show, they are just doing everything in between, which is really interesting because now the book readers and the viewers from the show both have no idea what's coming next. And I think we're all on the same page, so it's equally as exciting to see what'll happen. I think what would be cool is if she wrapped up the show kind of like an alternate ending from what happens in the book. I think that would be so awesome. And I know some people would hate that. They would want it to be just like the book. But I just think that would be cool because it kind of gives the other team sort of like, oh, what would happen if that ended instead? Now I'm done with the eyes. I'm going to go in with the contour, which is still my same old, the Etude contour powder. I think this is they have one that's like a blue palette with cooler toned. I think this is the warmer toned, more brown vibes. I am a warm autumn, I think, according to my color analysis. So I like to use that big brush on the sides of my face. And then for my nose, I just like to go in a little more. I feel like this makes a big difference using a more detailed brush. For my brush, I absolutely love this Dior palette. This is Rosy Glow and it's very pigmented, but it's also very nice baby pink. Really old sample which I've had for years, gifted to me on my birthday. This is the Benefit Dandelion Twinkle. I really love how subtle this glow is though. I really want to use smaller palettes so that I can travel with it and then I can just, you know, look how tiny it is. It's so cute. Also remember to do my lips this time. I am doing this Para Ink Lasting Lip Gloss, which I just bought. I actually never used this yet ever since I bought it. It's the 04. It's this corally shade and I absolutely love this product so much. It's always so hard for me because my lip is kind of reddish as a base. I have trouble with picking good colors that will go on top of it because it always turns out more red than it's supposed to be. Wow, it's such a cute, like almost peachy color. From here it looks fine, right? Okay, from here it looks cute. I love that color. I just love any lip product that is Para. Then I'll finish off with this setting spray, which I never leave the house without spraying this. It's also just as incredible as the setting powder. It does blend in your makeup. It stays on all day. I never get super oily. And it smells really good too. I haven't really been curling my hair lately anymore. I've noticed that the ends of my hair are getting kind of dry. I think I need to start using like hair oil. So shout out to Bumble and Bumble. They actually sent this air dry cream to me, but yeah, it smells like seaweed. And you can actually work this all the way up to the roots if you wanted to. It's just for you to basically not have to blow dry your hair. Leave it styled kind of if you have wavy or curly hair. I mean, even if it doesn't help with my dry ends, at least it smells really good. I think I'll change and I will be right back. And here's the finished look. I know it was a little chatty. I don't know if it really made sense. And I hope you guys enjoyed the somewhat simple get ready. I will see you guys in the next video and get excited for the future travel vlog. Oh, big trip coming up. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night. And I will see you guys in the next video or shorts. Thanks for watching. Bye!